Finally got some Miles Morales going on here. Just thought I'd do a short stream. See how it feels compared to Vanilla Spider-Man. One sec, let's have a look at this. The titles on largest, big. That's how we like it. That's what she said. Let's go back. Go here, amazing. Let's start this. Now let's see if this gives at least a good impression. First impressions, yeah. I'm gonna time how long it takes for me to play as Spider-Man. If I'm not Spider-Man the minute I step out of the train, then I'm disappointed. Not good. Oh dear. There's a cutscene. Alright, this game sucks. I remember on the minute you start Spider-Man, PS4 Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man, the regular vanilla one, you kind of like jump out of the window, you're Spider-Man. Here I'm playing as this guy, Miles Morales. Sad Alexi, how are you doing? There's going to be a very short stream, by the way. I'm just trying to get the first impression on this. What's it all about? You remind me of a guy called Luzadota. He does stairs as well. Probably you. Sad Alexi. Are you sad because of what's going on in Ukraine?
Hey, thanks. No problem. Hey, you think you're gonna add that new Spider-Man too? The kid? Yeah, maybe. Original's just.
Where's the subtitles?
Guy, you know? Yeah, I know. Hey, is Teo's Bodega around here? Yeah, bright yellow sign down.
Yeah, I kind of gathered that. I just knew it was you. I felt
work,
this essence.
Maybe
I felt it from 1,000 miles away. I do like my regular schedule streaming, hey? I'm always consistent, aren't I? Rebranded Luzadota. I'm so far disappointed in this because it took how many hours to get to the Spider-Man? Bong. That was quite slick there. It's me, Mar. Ooh, you're gonna let slip who you really are.
Not yet. We're still securing a couple inmates.
I got work to do. I got too much work to do. It's kind of ridiculous.
Real good.
We've got deadlines as well, so
secure. As long as the
I do my best.
related flaws have been fixed.
Let's hope.
But normally I'm in the library. I have to kind of read stuff.
Be there soon.
It takes ages to. I have to read a lot about feminism.
Miles, ¿qué tal? Did you get the shopping list?
Hey, Mom. Yeah, but the bodega was out of coconut milk.
I've got my opinions about feminists, and I don't think it's very palatable.
But avoid
I can't really
Midtown. That prison
comment on it.
convoy is making traffic a nightmare.
Oh yeah, good call. See you at dinner, Mom. Man, how does Pete do this secret identity thing? Completely stresses me out.
Alright. I'm thinking what my first impression is of this. What's my first impression? What I like with this, because I do a lot of the modding on Spider-Man, trying to get like Miles Morales, but this one feels a lot slick. It's a lot smoother. I like it. It makes me say that you're reading a lot about military service laws. Look there. Why? Because your big daddy, Putin's, what's it called, getting all you guys to fight for your country, eh? What's it called? Conscription, yeah? That's what the word, isn't it? I think that's the word. Getting you to fight for your country. You should feel proud, come on. Have they drafted you? Can you do chin-ups? Can you do pull-ups and stuff? Can you do 10 press-ups?
Okay, be cool. Be cool. Helping Spider-Man protect a giant prison convoy? You can handle this. Breathe in, breathe out.
Have you seen that movie
Be
Full
cool.
Metal Jacket? Kind of like they're mobilizing and conscripting young American soldiers to fight for their country. Fight for their country against a country that's 1,000 miles away. And about 1% of the military power. Hang on. No, I don't think it'd be that bad. Be positive. I like the animations in this. This is quite good. Like, when you do a trick here, and then you web sling, it kind of transitions to the next trick. Whereas in the mods for Spider-Man, it kind of like jump cuts. So it's a lot more of a pleasant experience when you web sling, and the tricks are quite nice as well. Let me see what I can do. Look at that, like that. Smooth transition. I'd rather read your stuff about the military service, military laws, than about feminism. It's not that I have anything against feminism, but it's just like it gets very, very... How can I say? How can I say? It makes you feel ashamed of being a man. That much vitriol against men. It's like, okay, what do I do? And then you kind of agree with a lot of the crap that the men do. But mine's kind of like has a bit of a hook on it as well, because I'm talking about Islam and feminism. Why am I talking to myself? No one asked me that question. What am I doing? Are you actually in the barracks? Are you in the trenches? Let me see if I can do a trick. Oh, guys, reaching for the floor there. In case I'm mobilized, I'm going to go for 2-3 years in prison though. No feminism there. Well, like, there's quote unquote emasculation that happens there. It's not feminization, it's an emasculation. That's what feminism a lot of the time does. It seems to emasculate everybody. And I don't think that's a solution. I think solution to feminism is better being better men. That's what it is, I guess. Not to know men, be better men. Are you actually scared to be mobilized? Are you actually out there? That was a bit dodgy, kind of like. Thank God. Allah. What are you trying to say? God, Allah. That's... You made me have an argument with a lot of the imams that I meet. And I said, thank God for that. And I said, don't say thank God. Say Allah. And I was like, yeah, it's the same thing. God, Allah, Yahweh. It's like, you believe there's one God. It's kind of like, same thing, different name. I said, no, we got to say Allah. I said, no, you can just say God. You can, whatever you can relate to. No, Allah. Then I got pissed off. And then I grabbed a spoon. Yeah, spoon. I say, what is this called? I say, a spoon. I say, in Urdu or Hindi, it's called chamach, yeah? In Arabic, I think, what's the Arabic word for it? I forgot the name of it. There's different words for it in different languages, but it's the same thing. It's a spoon. Same thing with God. God, Allah, Yahweh. What do you call God in Russian? Probably Sad Alexei. Flying spaghetti monster. Yeah. If you can relate to a flying spaghetti monster, so be it. So what does a flying spaghetti monster do for you? Can your flying spaghetti monster get you out of mobilization? Come on. Talk to me. Oh, I see. It's a good. It's serving its purpose, then, isn't it? No, we're talking about the. Yeah. Oh god, yeah, keep going out. So what do I think of this so far? It's okay, it's not too bad. So I guess let's do a mission. We can't. I think that's one of the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I'm studying theology and stuff.
Pete,
I'm trying to understand the nature of God
just down in
or
some rocket
nature
fuel.
or the universe.
How are you drinking? Very, very carefully.
What the heck is that? Okay.
Go time.
People have an expectation if you pray to God, then
This is a big
good things happen to you.
It's gotta be. Hundreds of felons escaped from the raft last year. Now it's time to move them back in.
And then people start asking, why
Police
does
aren't
God
taking
let
any
bad things
chances,
happen to good people?
especially not with our guest
And I
of
thought,
honor.
yeah, let's go there.
Getting a lot of interference here.
Let's ask that
One of those
question.
guys who helped Doc Ock is in there? Think so. Could be Vulture, could be Scorpion, could be someone bigger. Okay, we got a problem.
Why is there no subtitles? Hang on a sec. On.
Hold back, Miles. Let me take out this beat. Don't worry. No! It's secure.
Flying spaghetti monster.
We have a weight imbalance.
If people can't do that, then I don't think the flying spaghetti monster is
Brace for impact.
you put your faith in. Find somebody else. Find something else.
Helix 2 going down. Helix 2 is going down. Brace.
It's what Plato was talking about, isn't it? This idea of forms. You've got an idea of God and it falls short, then it's not your God, so you've got to find something else.
Response team dispatched.
What do you believe in? Putin?
Helix 2.
Pete, I'm sorry, man.
You have faith
I
in
didn't mean
Putin?
to. It's okay. We got this. Just need to contain it before... Before that happens.
Hello, tiny spiders.
Some people might think that Spider-Man is a flying spaghetti monster with spaghetti on its hands. Or some people think that Spider-Man be shooting webs where a spider normally shoots web out of his butt.
Contain the escapees. Right. Insane.
They kind of like had to go all PC with this guy, didn't they? Dodge.
He's never gonna trust
Dodge.
an mission
Dodge.
like this again.
Dive. Dodge. Okay.
Real heroic stuff. Hey guys, how about we call a timeout? Talk things through? Please? No?
Hang on a sec. My nephew's. 1 second. Let's go with it. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this.
Chewing gum like a hooker. I need to take the gum out. Some people might think that Spider-Man is throwing spaghetti from his hands. Imagine shooting spaghetti from above, like a spider should be doing.
Nearly. Almost contained.
Tap or B repeatedly to web enemies and stick them to a nearby surface objects.
Can't let Pete down. I need to get this under control. Whoa, great arm. You ever pitch? Seriously, you're AAA easy. Golden career, just waiting for you.
I don't have a PS5.
How are the streets, Spider-Man?
I wish I did.
Honestly, kind of terrifying.
So I'm gonna have to wait for it to come out on PC. I'm not a console person. Can't stand it.
Never seen the big guy up close like this. Freaking nuts. He's a work of art, all right.
If you want to send me a PS5, that'll be much appreciated. I'll do it for you. And then I'll stick to my schedule as it is, you know. I'm very, very consistent, aren't I?
Wow.
I should stream me studying. I'm there in the library like 7-8 hours a day. I have to go to the library right now. I know some people, they hate God of War because it says God in the title, and it's like you're killing God. Don't say you're not playing God. If you don't believe that it's God, then you play it. Be a bit more secure about your faith. They say, no, it's called God. God of War. And I say, come on. And I say, no, it's blasphemous. I say, come on, it's just a game. And then you find out about other people's mythology. It's quite important to study that. See how they differ. You kind of understand their sentiments, but at the same time, they need to grow a bit. It's a sign they have a very brittle, weak faith. I keep going back to theology. That's my gig, isn't it? That's what I do for a living.
Oh, crap, doing her bad. Pete, this is starting to feel real bad, man.
Don't think like that. We're going to stop him as long as we work together. Speaking of,
It looks good though.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to sort that out a bit. Because,
okay, Pete.
hang on a sec, I know why.
Take it away.
I know why. Hang on a second. I know why. What am I doing here? Hang on a sec. 1 second. I should be doing this game capture, not the other thing. Exposing myself, aren't I? There we go. It should be better. That's better, right? It's because I got the VPN on. Let me turn the VPN off. I'm not even paying attention to this game. I'm kind of like, I'm playing this game blind.
Power over life and death. It excites me.
Left tonight. Thank you. You're welcome.
I bet that's what you want to do to Putin, isn't it?
You know you're ruining Christmas, right?
The last 6 Christmases I was locked behind 30 feet of steel. I intend to enjoy this one. He's a menace. Too soft. He's a low-energy menace. Too easy.
How's it now?
Maybe he's a weak-minded. Oh!
Hey, Jonah, looking good. Very festive.
Menace! A feckless, treacherous, unhinged menace! Jared, right here!
Mijo, ¿dónde está? It's getting late.
Hey, Mom. Yeah, coconut milk. Still trying to find it. It's been kind of, an adventure.
Are you
Ooh,
running?
where's he gone?
Yeah, sorry. Trying to catch a train.
Mira, mijo. No seas mentiroso. Grab the milk and hurry home, please.
Is it smooth?
Ma, te quiero mucho.
Yo también te quiero.
Now or never, Miles. You gotta stop him.
On my way.
We gotta bring him down fast.
Yeah, what do
Because I
we
put it
do?
on streaming, I changed it from
Temperature.
performance to streaming. Same as streaming.
Bad, very
Actually, not
bad.
the same as streaming. I'm talking about recording, same as streaming. Put it down. What's this one? It's smooth. But how does it look? Let me have a look on this.
Pete, are you okay?
Open Twitch up.
No. Oh, no.
I'm okay. I've got him. Headed your way.
Channel.
Be ready.
Okay. Yeah. Might, need a minute.
Yeah, I gathered that. Yeah, it needs a bit of a tweak. Because I was doing some tweaking, but I just didn't get time to play.
Maybe don't bring RPGs to the prison convoy next time. Maybe don't bring RPGs anywhere.
You got Alexei.
Or do you want me to change it around a bit?
Things worse. Man, I'm trying to help you.
Ooh. Have to check. Compression squares are present.
More guys up top.
Hang on a second. Let me have a look for you. Can I change it midstream though? No, I can't, can I? Video bitrate. Let me bring it up to. What should I change the video bitrate to? It's on 3500. Let me change it up to 6000. Yeah, 6,000. I've changed it to 6,000. Let's see how it looks now. Hitting 15 combos, a new ability to perform a finisher build. By attacking or dodging without getting hit. Okay, let's have a look.
Pete, it's getting hairy out here. Police escapees are shooting it out.
Back up the police. I can hold out a little longer.
I changed it to 3500. I got fed up of something I was thinking of streaming something and got fed up. Just slow down. Whoa.
They're all over that
I
bridge.
started a new stream. See, we're getting there. I'm getting better with all this streaming malarkey, aren't I? Website. Should actually be paying attention to everything properly. Hang on a second. Something happened with this. Did it start a new stream when I changed the settings? Oh, it did. It did. Hang on a second.
Miles, need your...
Pete, hang on, man, hang on.
a lot of people have aliases, don't they? Because you call yourself Sad Alexei, lose a daughter. People hiding behind their masks, like Spider-Man. I don't do that. I just can't say where I am. I am what I am. Where do I go now? You're leaving the mission. Yeah, I don't know where to go now. Where am I supposed to go? Yeah, tell me where to go. God's sakes, what is this? Alright, what am I supposed to do now? Okay. I'm not paying attention to this game, and that's what I needed, a marker. Go to Pete, okay.
Pete needs me. I gotta move.
Oh god.
I gotta help Pete. Now. Spider-Man, you good?
I don't like this Miles Morales. I don't like this rendition of Miles Morales. She looks like a donut.
Pete. Pete.
He's better than a lot of the race and gender swapping they're doing in the MCU.
Wake up,
You know,
man.
they kind of like gender swap everybody or race swap everybody. There's no men in MCU now.
I would like
least.
to exchange
Very similar to what I'm reading. They kind of emasculate everyone. And
this one.
this is okay. He's all right. They don't replace Peter Parker. They just made a new character.
Get out of here.
I don't like this rendition of Miles. I like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Jack? The hell?
That's a really good Miles Morales. This one's kind of like he's whiny. Kind of like me. Very whiny. Peter! Peter!
What was that?
He's got venom. Got the venom punch. Press LB and X to do venom punch. Venom punch costs venom power. Okay, whatever.
How am I even doing this? Electrocyte? Some kind of field induction?
Dude, the Scott Atkins kick there. The Guyver kick.
While your mentor perishes. How unexpected.
And you're using words longer than crush and smash. Very unexpected.
You can tell I'm very riveted by this game. Get to the rhino's left. Okay. Okay, so now I've got to... Can I grab and swing the thing?
Flattery's not gonna get you out of this, Alexei. Hey, in the future, just do the time, man. No more break.
Guyver kick.
Please. You destroyed half the city. Don't you care?
Where am I supposed to hit him into? Punch him. Oh crap. I'm not paying attention.
You know, man, chasing you through the city kind of felt like a wild, what's the word? Wild goose chase.
Is that what it is? Life like in Russia? The fear of always going to be ending up in prison? Go to the gulag?
Hey, man, is the rap really that bad? You sure you don't want to just, you know, go back?
I am free spirit. No man shall take me.
Sad Alexei in gulag.
Kinda.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I can't see the purpose of this war anymore. Kind of like pointless.
Guys?
It's more like a
Wow,
war of
just-
attrition, to be quite honest.
Wow.
And I think Putin being quite ill
Simon Krieger, head of R&D at Roxxon Energy. Pleasure to meet you.
is not a good sign for him, isn't it?
Sorry. I think our
Has he been coming up
landed in
on
your yard.
TV in
Actually
Russia?
did us a favor.
Or is he kind of like
We, just bought
being
the
hidden
place, we're planning to
because
tear it
he's
down for a
quite
bit.
ill?
But looks like you beat us to it. I wanted to thank you, both of you. Taking down Rhino? Solo? You are going places, bud.
Thanks, but he's still dangerous.
We'll hold him for the police. You know, I always think these super troopers are overkill until something like this happens. Oh, Judy calls. Hey, really great to meet you both. Future's looking bright. Hello. Hey.
He's right.
Yeah.
Let's clear out. Let the police do their job.
Yeah, okay.
Bioelectricity. Wow. Gotta be honest, little jealous.
Hey, look, I got nothing on the OG. Think we should run tests tomorrow? A little
Oh god,
voltage
not this
analysis?
face.
Oh, man. Yeah, sorry. I've been meaning to tell you. I'm not gonna
They
be
say that
around
foreign
for
media
the next
speculate
few
about
weeks.
alleged illness,
some kind of
but I don't
joke I
watch the
get?
TV, so I have no idea. Honestly,
No.
what the flip?
MJ's headed overseas for the Bugle.
Does he come on TV or does he
Rest
come
of me is
on
her
your?
photographer.
I don't know. Does he
And,
come on your
booked a
phone? Do you see
vacation
him
for
often?
us.
Because you can gauge how
Look,
he's doing
I don't know if I'm ready to fly solo.
by the
I
number of
screwed up
media
today
press
big time with the
appearances he does.
helicopter.
Does he come in the
You
press?
delivered big time. You saved my bacon, Miles.
I got lucky.
Hey, I did this gig for 8 years without backup, and you better believe I screwed up lots of times. But that is how you learn.
What's this?
Christmas present.
I
But
don't like this
first, you gotta
Peter
take the
Parker
oath.
model.
Oh. Okay.
I promise to do everything in my power to protect this city.
I promise.
That's it.
That oath a real thing.
I thought you were asking about Russian
Definitely
media
didn't just
coverage
make
of
it
his
up.
illness. I'm asking about if he makes his
See you in a few weeks, Spider-Man.
presence known in Russia. Does he come on daily? Can he like?
New
Does he
York's
put on a
only
front,
Spider-Man.
or is he inconspicuous? Is he kind of like he's not doing too well?
get used to you doing that.
Hey, look. Check it. Christmas present from Spider-Man.
Open it. Dude, put it on. I'll cover you. What? Never seen a guy change clothes in Central
You'd
Park?
stream this game and like
Okay. How's it looking?
the wrong resolution. What the heck is he wearing?
Whoa.
Looks stupid.
Miles Morales, congratulations and welcome to your very first super suit.
Even locked a new suit. Suit can be equipped through suit menu in suit page. Come back here when you've unlocked more suit or if you want to switch out to your current suit.
Head uptown for part 2 of this amazing gift.
What the? Look at this. It looks like a gimp. Is he packing? No, he's not. Okay, that's alright. Nah. This'll do. Rotate. I'm rotating. It doesn't rotate. Okay, let's. Nah. For this. But let's just do this for a second.
This is only half of the present.
What's the other half?
I'll let you know when I find it.
Welcome to Just the Facts with me, your truth-slinging host.
We've got
with
3 points available.
the most.
Skills. Okay, how many points I've got? I've got 3 points. Reversal challenge. I can't get anything. Okay, it seems like there's a grind I need to do here. I don't mind doing grind. I actually enjoy grinding. Challenge skills. Okay. I've got to unlock these. Oh god, I do on all the unlocking thing, don't I? Level 3, level 6. What am I on? Level 2.
J. Jonah Jameson.
What? Does Pete said it suits the autoplay Jameson's show? Guy's a masochist.
Sad news, listeners. My Christmas charity spectacular was canceled due to masked vigilante mayhem.
How does that make you feel? It's kind of, we've gone through 3 prime ministers.
Been hearing good
You're
things
still
about
on
this
your
one.
Hello,
first
I'm
for the last 20 years or
This
something.
is the Damcast, where I spotlight the people making a real
Guys, I'm gonna
difference
go.
in our city. Today's topic? Oh, you know, stockbrokers, for-profit colleges, the people who make internet videos autoplay.
Better than in America
No,
or
obviously we're covering the Spider-Man's
Pakistan
incredible
or India
takedown
or
of
somewhere.
Rhino.
Subscribe.
Or
Damcast,
Bangladesh.
new favorite podcast.
wherever. There's a lot of nepotism happens there, doesn't it? You've got to be part of the political family. Hang on.
Spider-Man, hi.
That really him?
Start challenge.
Miles, get ready for your first holographic training challenge. These challenges are spread throughout the city.
I'm not engrossed into this
Focuses on a
game.
new move or
Probably not
technique.
because I'm not listening
This
to
one
it.
focuses on acrobatic improvisation. Get into position to start.
Hollow
Well, I've probably got
training?
my mind on my work
Oh,
as
I am
well.
so down.
First up, air combat. Fighting the enemy on your terms is a great way to gain the advantage.
Perform air load.
Now follow up with a mid-air attack. And now a personal favorite, the swing kick.
Okay. The laws, decision, economy is what matters. We still have the same ruling party. Yeah, you got a point though.
This
Nothing really
holodeck is
changes,
next
does it?
gen. With the right parts, but I can make it portable.
It's all the perception of democracy, isn't it? We just had a Medvedev as prime minister as president from 2000. Yeah, but Yeah, but Putin was still in the periphery, wasn't he? He was kind of like in the background.
Actually, you take this.
It wasn't really. Wasn't Putin prime minister though? Was he? Wasn't he? Disarm an enemy. Hold that. Okay, I'm holding it.
Disarmed opponents are far less dangerous. And
Yeah, well, there you go. It's kind of like it's all a facade. It wasn't
Alright, yeah.
just a perception saying that, okay, we have a democratic, open society and let's put him. But the guys there said, don't you dare forget who's in charge here. Putin went up to his president. I'm in charge, baby.
Stop. Bless Peter Parker.
now let's combine these two moves. Targeting airborne enemies is a great method of crowd control. Plus, the sounds they make are hilarious. Blam! Blast! Commencing melee attack.
Well, at least it's not like an oligarchy.
Surprise round. Think fast.
Venom Smash. Let's see what this is about.
Alright, I'm feeling this.
More guys incoming. Heads up.
If someone gets a bit too rich in Russia,
Air combat and disarmament to eliminate these enemies.
Putin lays a smackdown, doesn't he? Kind of like says, I don't care how rich you are, I'm the boss.
Yeah, Miles. Nice.
Whereas in the States and India or in the UK, if you have money, you seem to have more rights than the average person. Isn't that so? Now they changed the constitution so Putin can be president for 2 more terms. If he's around for 2 more terms.
And that's the bingo.
Blue screen of death.
Tons of high-tech gear we can sell. Oh, crap. Spider-Man! Take him out! Then grab the gear!
Y'all trying to catch some hands? Yeah? Okay, let's go.
Make bank selling this stuff off.
Just so you know, this is official Spider-Man tech. Y'all are not authorized to resell.
I'm playing Uncharted. I like that game a lot. I like the story. It's really good. I like it. It's cool. So I think I'm a guy who likes an immersive campaign.
Wait, that's your face?
That's not a quit. That's a straight up burn.
Keep practicing. Soon you'll be equipping like a pro.
Now we have a head of private military company openly arguing with the government members despite private military companies being illegal. Okay. I'm just thinking of that's what a lot of countries have. They kind of have private military companies. What's the one that the US have? Is it Blackwater or something? They got something called not Blackwater. There's one that whose sister, she was like in Trump's cabinet. What's her name? Trump's. Forgot what's it called? 1 second. Give me a second. Education Minister. Second. Betsy DeVos. Yeah, DeVos. Yeah, that's the one. And what did her brother do? Betsy DeVos. This is all part of the stream, so enjoy. This is part of Spider-Man. Not Blackwater, something else. What did her brother do? Hang on. Yeah, Blackwater USA, that's the one, I was right. And that's called Constellis, and a private military company. Let me bring it up on there. A very reliable source of News. Wait a second. There's a chat. Paste. Send. Does it come up? Yeah, that one.
Go ahead, try and get up.
I'll bet you ain't.
Give me your best shot! Got him!
System error.
That's it for the tech thieves. Now to fix a training sim.
He's Putin's friend who just visits prisons and drafts people there for this war. Okay.
Hope I can repair the training sim.
Alert. Failure to build city.I20.
Kernel panic. Well, let's try a BIOS reset. Nice. That did
What's
it.
the
Looks like P made stealth, swinging,
Russian
and combat
Secret
challenges.
Service called?
Gotta check these out when I get a chance.
How good is their... How efficient are they? Are they quite good? Comparatively. That's one thing the UK has. They got the SAS.
Hey dude, I think you should check out Roxxon Plaza on your way home. I just walked by and I'm pretty sure someone's breaking in.
Yeah. I'll look into it.
Hey, so I want to hear more about your new spider powers.
I think it's some kind of bioelectric discharge. Or supercharged static electricity.
Ooh, we gotta name it. How about Venom Power? You know, because it stings.
Okay, that's not bad. I'm gonna run. Plaza first, then home.
Remember, Venom
They're
Power.
quite good,
Press
or?
Pete's goal.
The FSB. I check it out, but I'm in the middle of the... They torture people and fabricate stuff. They're good at torture. Nobody believes their fabrication.
Hey friends, thank you so much for telling people about this podcast. We've jumped the charts from 136 to...
Because what I understand with like secret services, they hold military campaigns on the ground, but I don't think if they really want to take over a nation, what secret services normally do is take about 10, 20 men who kind of like 20 James Bond. They can go into a country and pretty much turn the country upside down. You don't need to send militaries in.
Simon, how is that possible?
Just need a couple of
And the
very
answer?
cleverly,
It's new
strategically
form.
situated personnel from secret services. They can just do it in a jiffy.
One canister of this revolutionary fuel source is enough to supply
It makes me wonder why they send
clean,
like
safe energy
armed personnel.
for the next 500 years. Soon, we'll be opening reactors throughout Manhattan. And then,
This stream is loaded. Very political.
get ready for a planet powered by Nuform. Roxxon, we're here for you.
What was that? No sign of anybody. They broke a bunch of stuff. Maybe they were looking for something. Huh. They did a search for new form. What were they gonna do with it?
Not just politics, it's also religion. Two hot topics people avoid to talk about. You get them here, baby. Want more? Follow me.
Man, this night would just not quit. Their tech is unbelievable, but Venom totally.
Well, they get wrecked any opposition in Russia.
Yankees right.
They wreck any opposition in Russia, so I guess they defeat foreign secret services that might be among the opposition. I think that's what they're kind of like. They're like the proverbial antivirus, aren't they? For the nation.
I can break their weapons, but then they come back. Bring them down here now! I can slow them down if I use my new Venom power. More of them up on the balcony.
But obviously Putin has a lot of control over the military, doesn't he? He's a military man himself, so obviously he's a KGB. That's very, very, very profound statement you made there.
Their tech is unbelievable, but Venom totally wrecks it. Yeah, Genki's right. Venom's a good name. We'll hold it here. Everyone else, get upstairs. Keep him off balance. He's from the gauntlet. Get him on the ground. Try and dodge this. More of them up on the.
They are the virus and antivirus at the same time. That still doesn't help you though, isn't it? You're up for conscription. Do you think they kind of like check your file out and say, okay, let's check out Sad Alexei, what he can offer for us, offer for the Secret Service, and they say, alright, who else have we got? You think they do that? What can I offer? Like my kidney, you know. Do you have any special skill sets that you can give to the nation that you end up being quite a valuable asset to Putin? What can you offer?
Hey, I did that grocery shopping your mom wanted, but she's wondering where you are. Dinner's almost ready.
Crap. Okay, I'll try to wrap this up. Thanks, man.
Oh, I think you're quite useful. You sort of my bit rate. I didn't have it. That's an asset. You know what this game feels like? It feels like fuel. Not like fuel. Like, do you know when you have like a gourmet meal and you enjoy it? You kind of like get engrossed into it and you go, yeah. This is like cardboard. It's not just cardboard. It's nice. It looks good, but it's kind of like I'm just going through it and it's like I'm not immersed into it. They can't even use the useful people. Just send them to die in the trenches. That's what I mean. It's a case of if they really want to do change, they can play a bit more strategically, use the secret services properly.
It's a break-in. Sounds like they're after new form.
New form? The stuff in the reactor?
It's not installed yet. You're talking about shipping.
Super weird. Hey, I did that grocery shopping your mom wanted, but she's wondering where you are. Dinner's almost ready.
Crap. Okay, I'll try to wrap this up. Thanks, man.
I was thinking I'm gonna start streaming and then become a millionaire like everyone does. This gig doesn't pay at all. It's annoying. I like that. That's quite slick.
The Tinkerer? Who's that?
Elden Ring, I'm engrossed in that game. I like that game. But I guess people don't like me liking that game because I just cheat like a son of a gun.
They were talking about new form shipments. I need to figure out what they found so I know where they're gonna hit next. They were tracking new form shipments. But why? Rocks on security.
Have any of your friends been conscripted?
Gotta look into this later.
Have they been mobilized? Anyone that you know?
I gotta get home. Christmas dinner's sounding pretty good right about now. I'll look into that group and the new form shipments tomorrow. It's too cold to change out here.
Yeah, I'm not so immersed in it. It's okay though. When I play Uncharted, I want to give that game undivided attention. I put the sound on quite low, but I don't like this. I just don't like him. I don't like this presentation of Miles Morales. It looks like, look at that. Looks like a dweeb. Now, Sony Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. That's Miles Morales. That's on point. On point. That's how it should be.
What was that?
All good. Little spill. Get it cleaned up real quick. All good.
It's all right, man.
Ay, bendito. Mi hijo. Qué guapo.
Gracias, mami.
And to be quite honest,
I invited a guest tonight.
I wouldn't be playing this. I'd be probably sitting down doing some work. I've got
Maybe
quite a
put on
bit of
some
work to do.
music, set the mood? Ah, Naja.
Really?
I've got to write
Campaign
about
manager on Christmas Eve?
Well, tomorrow's rally isn't going to plan itself. Thanks for getting the apartment ready, mijo. Hello?
I'm thinking should I actually talk about it? It might be boring. I find it boring, but unless you ask what is it I'm writing about, then I'll probably fill you in.
15 years in Brooklyn without a stain. Then we moved to Harlem. Might be a sign.
Sí, claro.
I don't like this. Like with Elden Ring. If this was Elden Ring, I could go to every part of this place and then there'd be something worth checking out.
Hey, Mom, where's Dad's vinyl?
Should be in my room.
What I'm talking about in my study, the one area that I'm looking at is you got these religious. So you got religious laws, yeah. You got the civil law, which everyone is kind of like under the jurisdiction. But in a multicultural society, you got private religious laws. So you got the Beth Den for Jewish communities, and then you got these Sharia councils, these Islamic councils, who take care of the British Muslim community. Okay, so with these Islamic councils, they provide rulings on private family law, Islamic family law. So it's like for marriage and divorce. So one part I'm looking at is how do they mediate between couples. Now mediation, there's kind of like bylaws in the UK where they actually look into that. And then there's sort of a grey area to say that, well, are they allowed to do that? Are they allowed to mediate?
Kind of dark in here.
So that's one area that I'm looking at. And if they do mediate, do they force, what's it called, their clients, specifically Muslim women, to follow Islamic law? That's what I'm looking at. I don't know if that actually interests you, but that's what I'm doing. So that's one section I'm looking at. And then I have to talk about how Islamic law screws women over. Which it does. And that's a loaded statement. That's going to put me in trouble. But the interpretation of Islamic law is very, very patriarchal. It's very, very, what's it called, conservative. When you talk about the spirit of the law, when you talk about back to the sources, there is room for interpretation, but it's been interpreted in a very patriarchal manner. I'll have to admit that, even though I hate all this patriarchy nonsense. But you got to admit it. When there is something, there is an issue, you got to admit there's an issue.
Guess Mom's not done unpacking either.
Well, what do you got to say to that?
Just screams, Abuela.
Sad Alexi. You're going to get all the people coming after me now, aren't you?
Mom ordered like 100 of these because the article mentioned Dad. Who is the Spider-Man? If only you knew, Ma.
So I don't know if that made any sense to you. Because we're talking about the flying spaghetti monster. Is that what you called him? We're talking about that. But this flying spaghetti monster, as you call him, is very, very central to a lot of people's lives. Very interesting how religion works. How it kind of gets people to do some really, really strange things.
One of Dad's old case files. Who's the Prowler? Wonder
The
if Dad
Prowler.
ever got the guy. Haven't looked through these since before City
This
Hall.
topic is probably relevant in some parts of Russia as well. Chechnya, for example. Yep. That's where I've got some utility. This is why I'm doing this, but I have to get it out of the way first. It's really frustrating. It's really,
Dad's
really
favorite
frustrating.
album. He put this on every Sunday while he made coffee.
Because part of the issue is that the thing with Islamic law, it should be open to interpretation because there's scope for that. But it's like with religion, is that when things get so big, like the Catholic Church even, to change any sort of like element of that, want of a better word, culture, it kind of has seismic shifts and people don't like that. People don't like to change elements of their religion. It's like in the United States, you've got the gun laws. It's part of the Second Amendment, and they are so determined to make sure those laws don't change. They say, it is my right to bear arms, and it's an amendment, you can amend it. But it works in the same fashion as Russia, as what's it called, politics. That if you change one element of politics, the whole society kind of either rallies for it or against it. Now religion, it is amplified because it's not only part of like a person's like livelihood, it's also lifestyle, it's also about their belief. You're challenging their belief and they don't want to change that. So yeah, it's kind of a very tough battle to actually navigate. But you can kind of empathize with the situation in Russia. Is that there's certain policies that you disagree with, but how do you change those policies is very, very difficult. Religion is a whole other different level. You can't do it. Well, you can do it. In theory, you can do it, but people are not willing to do it.
Bleached borax. Borax with bleach.
What's the pick, DJ?
The greatest record ever?
So that's why I've kind of been vanishing and just trying to get that done, trying to get it finished. People say, get it done, it should be published. And I'm like, God's sakes, man.
Your dad taught me to love it. Eso está genial. Incluso a Jameson le va a gustar ese ángulo. Sí, claro.
See, I'm waiting for the chat more than playing this game. That's how engrossing. I'd rather play Uncharted.
Glad Dad's tree survived the move.
Me too. He loved that little guy.
Ain't no Christmas like a Brooklyn Christmas. I miss hearing him say that.
That doorbell's been broken for years. Miles,
Could you get that? Okay.
Of course.
Of course.
How are your
Okay, where's the door?
Yankee?
There's a door.
I haven't talked to them in...
Finn?
Hey! Fixed your doorbell.
It's so good to see you. How are you? It's been like...
months. A lot's changed.
Yeah, it really has.
Is that our guest of honor? Come on in, you two. Dinner's almost ready. Finn, I'm so glad you could make it.
Thanks for inviting me, Miss Morales.
We missed you.
Yeah, but I need to get out there. This is part of the reason why I want to start streaming.
Hi.
Finn.
I don't know if I'm a pro. I've got an opinion.
My friend
I'd rather
from
listen to
Brooklyn
what
Visions
you guys have to say.
Genki, this is Finn. My best friend. My other best friend.
Oh yeah, you guys won the middle school science fair at County, right? You made a...
Energy converter? Jinx!
It's a dangerous game, religion. Kind of trying to get people to change their... How can I say?
So, Christmas by candlelight?
I promise I didn't break it when I fixed
Orthopraxies,
the
you could
doorbell.
say. Established traditions.
It would be kind of impressive if
Kind of like they just follow what religion says and say, well, why are you doing it? Say, well, we've been doing it for like since we were born. And say, well, why are you doing it? What purpose does it serve in doing what you're doing? I'm trying to find an equivalent in Christianity. I can find plenty of examples in Islam.
I'm on it. No good. Breaker doesn't have power.
Looks like the whole block's out.
Let me check if I can see anything from
Let
the
me have a
fire
think.
escape.
Okay, honey.
What you normally do in your daily life, you just take it for granted. You don't question why you do it. But the one thing I always ask Muslims is, why do you pray? And they say, well, we're commanded to pray. I say, yeah, but why do you pray? Do you feel that you are achieving something? So, well, the Quran says that we need to pray 5 times a day. And then I get quite, how can I say, naughty is probably the word, because in the Quran it doesn't actually dictate to you pray 5 times a day. They're very implied verses, or it tells you to pray. There's one verse in the Quran where it says you're supposed to be praying 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But that's another topic altogether. But the 5 daily prayers, I've studied the text and I found it, but it's not explicit. You have to actually go deep inside and find out why there's 5 daily prayers. But most people, they just say, well, we pray because God commanded us to, and that's not the purpose of prayer. That is not the purpose of prayer. It's not because he commanded you to do it. It's prescribed for people to pray because it kind of improves their personality per se. it improves their condition, you could say. Makes them more humble, makes them contemplate about life. It's like meditation. Why do people meditate? It kind of that give them that me time. But prayer is kind of it's a different. It's the same but different as well. It's supposed to be kind of improving the quality of a person that you are. Reminding yourself where you stand in the cosmos. If you believe in God, like you got the universe and all this other stuff that's out there, and so okay, you're in the middle of it all. I don't know, I'm just going on a ramble now. What am I supposed to be doing in this game?
So our building loses power, but Roxxon Plaza still glows bright red.
Yeah, still shining directly into my retinas. Can't catch a break.
Okay, what am I doing? Okay.
Really hope no one can see me up here. Don't look out the window. Don't look out the window.
Think Miles is having any luck outside? I hope so. Hot plates are only going to get us so far in salvaging this dinner.
Bioelectricity can take
going
down
up there.
Rhino. But can it save Christmas dinner?
It's interesting to listen. What does the Quran say about screaming Allahu Akbar when you fire an RPG towards the enemy though? It doesn't say anything. It doesn't say anything. Because there's a historical context to it. You got to remember that the text was written 1400 years ago, but there's a historical context. So this idea about RPGs,
Bioelectric jumpstart should fix it.
there's anything about RPGs. There's nothing about aeroplanes. There's nothing about toothbrushes. There's nothing about PCs. There's nothing about Twitch.
Gotta get back inside ASAP.
It's just how people interpret it. About interpretation.
Keep him distracted, Genki. Come on, Genki.
Is Miles still outside?
Actually, what about a photo?
Right now?
Yeah, you know, precious moments. You gotta capture them.
Shouldn't we wait for Miles?
Exactly,
No,
there we go.
He hates photos. All right, everyone squeeze in. Ready? Great photo, great photo. Oh,
We're going to start talking about motivation for it. Where do they get this inspiration from?
You guys sit down. I got this.
smells good.
That's another topic altogether. How do they justify what they're doing?
Finn, tell us everything you've been up to. You still in robotics club?
I had to quit, but I've been studying biotech on my own.
Nerd.
Ugh, says the guy who has to wear an ascot to school.
Hey, only on Tuesdays.
Does your brother Rick still work for Roxxon?
I don't know how anyone could work there after seeing your last
This is where
campaign ad.
a lot of
You
my
went
study
for
on
Simon
set.
Krieger's
When
jugular.
people are listening to this
That reminds me.
story.
Genki, you have a certain flair for social media. Could you spread the word about tomorrow's rally?
Yeah, we'll be trending by midnight.
Sometimes it feels like Simon Krieger's my real opponent. Roxxon has so much influence here, but they don't answer to anyone except their shareholders. Harlem needs someone to fight for the community.
That's Mom's campaign speech voice, in case you couldn't tell.
You want to proofread these before I post them?
Yes! Do not hit send!
So, what's going on with you?
What do you mean?
You seem... I don't know. Distracted. Want to talk about it?
The next question to ask is about, well,
Not tonight.
these people who actually do these stupid acts, how do they
Hey, how are
justify
you
what they're
handling the
doing
move from
based
Brooklyn?
on
I mean...
the Quran? That's
fine.
one question to ask.
You hate it.
No.
That's your I hate it, but I'm too nice to say it voice.
No. It's... I don't know anybody here, and I'm always having to ask for directions.
You need to find a good restaurant. A barber shop, somewhere you can shoot hoops. You'll settle in.
What if we hang out tomorrow? Just the two of us.
You're not too busy?
It's winter break. I can put off homework for at least another week.
And even then, they can't
Okay.
find it. It's
I'll text you.
It's a date. I mean, not a date.
a delicate, it's not a delicate
friendly.
topic. It's kind of about
Still as smooth as the
person's
last time I
intention, what he
saw
wants
you.
to do. And they find religious justifications for what they're doing.
Miles,
What?
you awake?
No.
So I stayed up last night and designed an app for your new suit. Thing's got a crazy custom OS, nothing I've ever seen before. But I ran it through a disassembler so I could reverse engineer the plugin architecture and... You just fell asleep again, didn't you? Miles!
I'm up. I'm up.
It's almost done compiling.
I read someone on Reddit that they believe that there's bullets, rockets will hit the target
Thank you.
if God wants them to hit it. But they
Ready
don't
to try
even
out my
aim
app?
sometimes.
Yeah,
No
man.
idea if it's
Let's
true.
do this.
I'm connected to your analytics. Let's test drive this baby.
All right.
I can see everything you see. How are you not puking all the time?
Lots of practice.
There's an episode of Star Trek I've watched here. Okay, it's completely... There's the best way I can explain it. It's like an analogy with that. So there's an episode of Star Trek where Star Trek Next Generation, Picard, yeah, where he kind of goes to a planet, but the planet is like in the 20th century. And then Picard says, we can't go to the planet because the new technology kind of like boggled their mind. And they said, well, how do you explain it? And then they said that, well, if you take something like a car and you go back 500 years with a car, people in that time, in the what's called 1500, they have no idea how it works and it looks like a miracle. But in our mindset, in a modern mindset, we understand the technology. Now, if you get something that's a much more advanced technology in the future and you bring it back here, it'll boggle our mind. We think this is miraculous. So this thing that you're mentioning here, there's like this occasion about rapture, which is sort of like the end of days in Christianity, saying that in the end of days there'll be fire and brimstones and all this other stuff that will happen. And then people interpret literally. And so this verse that you're talking about is that there'll be... this is one tradition I thought about where they say that during the end of times, there'll be like one man seen like the savior of humanity. And he said that he'll point his finger and then the rockets will be coming towards us. And then they point the fingers and then the rockets will go back. And then people think that's sort of like some sort of a David Blaine sort of stuff, saying that's going to be a magician doing that. But the other way to say is that if you have like a computer keyboard, you press the enter button with your finger like that. So it's about interpreting those verses or those statements in history, because they didn't have their mind about how would it work in the future generation. So this is where they can say that they believe that bullets and rocket will hit their target if God wants them to. Well, that's kind of like an interpretation of how they see it. That's kind of stupid, actually. It's that this kind of doing despicable acts and just passing off all the blame to God. They don't take that responsibility. I don't know, I just went on another ramble. It just kind of reminded me of that Picard story for some reason. Yeah. Where do I go? Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Hold to access friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Okay. Everyone believes they're right. How they perceive the world is saying everyone's a hero in their own story. And they find justification for whatever they do in life. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of going along, moseying along. What am I supposed to do now? It's just, there's a lot of psychos here. There's a lot of psychos out there. And they find any reason to justify their beliefs. You know when someone's kind of like obsessed with a person? They're kind of like they're in love with somebody, but the guy is just not interested. A woman's kind of obsessed, or a guy's just obsessed with somebody that they love. But then the woman just doesn't want to know. But then the person who's in love, he's just going to find any justification to believe that there is a chance, there is hope. Anything in life, they're going to say, leave a message. And then when the person responds, they're going to say, see, she does love me. He does love me. It's the same thing with religion, is that they have a perception about how the world is. And they find justification of their belief within the holy text, the sacred text. Pretty sad actually, but I don't know, what am I supposed to be doing here? Okay. Hold to access app. Now what? Let me have a look at that quickly. Picard video. The Picard. What am I supposed to do here? Go here. Access the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man app. Yeah, I've done it. So go home.
Welcome to Friendly Neighborhood 1.0. It lets New Yorkers directly request your help and report crimes in progress.
Nice UI.
Thanks. Oh, look! Someone just made a request. Request came from a guy named Aaron Davis.
Wait, what? That's my uncle.
Does he know you're Spider-Man?
No. Gotta be a coincidence. I'm headed to the subway stop.
I think my aim in life is trying to change that mindset. How do you get people to change that mindset? How do you get people to say,
what is going on?
If someone's kind of obsessed with a person,
hey there.
how do you get the person to
Need
actually
some help?
accept, say, she's not interested in you, mate?
By the way.
Yeah, I know.
Same with
Aaron
religion,
Davis.
where they have this kind of stupid notions about what
I'm
they should be
getting bad
doing,
data from the main
and
relay
say,
up top of Grand Central.
no, that's not the purpose
On my
of
way.
faith.
Wait.
It's not about that.
Yeah?
Where's the other Spider-Man?
Oh, he's on vacation. But don't worry, I got this. Whew, he definitely didn't recognize me. Oh, he's calling through the app? This is Spider-Man.
Hey, forgot to mention, there was a break-in last night right next door at Roxanne Plaza. Who's called the Underground. Caught him hanging around my stop this morning.
The Underground. You know anything else about them?
They think of themselves as a young mafia. They've been around a while, but now they've got a new boss. Tinkerer.
Tinkerer. Thanks for the tip. So, you call Spider-Man often? Like, for help?
Didn't really have a way to get in touch to this app thing. But I saw you on the news last night taking down Rhino. Figured you were the right person to call.
Cool. Have you, been working at the subway long?
Nah, took the job last year after my brother. Well, anyway,
This
I was trying to make some changes.
turned out to be quite
Decided this job was a good place to
philosophical, deep
Trains going down on
stream,
my watch
even though it's
doesn't
just
exactly paint me
a
in a good
viewership of
Well,
one.
when we fix them, you can tell your boss you showed initiative by
am
using
I
the
supposed
friendly
to do
neighborhood
now?
Spider-Man app.
light. I'll do that.
Well, I'm supposed to go for
Luck with the
missions.
senses.
It just reminds me of some of the tough conversations that I kind of have, that I have with a lot of Muslims, and I kind of show them the text, go through the text, go through the Quran, go through like other sacred texts with them, and completely disprove their understanding of the beliefs. And despite that, despite showing them, they still hold to their beliefs. It's really difficult to change their mind. So there's countless examples. I find that. Which examples? I don't know. There's like, despite actually showing them everything, going through the text, even with the translation, even when I'm translating for them, it kind of they find one way just to say, well, that's what I believe and that's how it's going to be. It's a very difficult task. It's like when you talk to your elders in Russia, they have this belief about Putin and Russia, and then the younger generation just kind of say, well, it's not like that. But then elder generations say, well, that's what we believe, we're going to stick with what we believe.
There are way too many wires on this one. It's got to be messing with the signal.
Okay, so now we're going to go.
Gotta get inside that shack.
Yeah, kind of have a. I think that's one thing I did, because I've been doing a lot of comparative religion. I studied that for like 10, 15 years. It's 15 years now. But it's this idea of kind of look at things from the other side. You've got to do that. You can't really do comparative religion or interfaith dialogue without looking at the other side. The one thing I hate about religion, the one thing I really hate about religion, faith is different, but religion is a belief that what we believe is right and then the other person is wrong. And because they're wrong, they're a sinner or they're heathen. I hate that. There's this presumption, there's an arrogance about it. I hate that. That's like a strong word to use, but I hate it. This belief that I'm right and everybody else is wrong. I hate that with a passion. Because I find that there's always... hang on a sec, have I crashed?
Hey, yourself!
This presumption that the superiority, there's always something you can learn from others.
Signal relays are being jammed by something.
I think the first thing is that accepting something about what they believe is wrong. This is why I like to do this. You got to make it very short and sharp, kind of like dispel that myth that they have in their head. Like, I'll give an example here. That a lot of conservative, radical Muslims have this idea that the Prophet Muhammad and his generation They had it was a perfect society. It was an utopia. Everything was perfect here. And there was nothing wrong in it. Everybody got along well together. It was all just, and everything was all noble. Everybody was pleasant. But then I say that after the Prophet Muhammad died, he had like 4 of his companions. They became like the rulers of society, Arabia. And I say, well, within a 10-year space, 3 out of 4 of them were assassinated by his own community. They say that the Salaf Saleh, it was an impeccable generation. We should be following that example. And I say, well, if we follow that example, then 3 out of the 4 leaders that came in, the 3 out of the 4 presidents in power, they were assassinated by their own people. And it kind of a shock to the system to say that there was not justice happening. There was a lot of issues at hand. So it's a case of kind of dispelling that myth about what they believe. So instead of going on a ramble about it, you kind of got to say, well, what about this? Just have you looked at it from this angle? I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just kind of talking about something else. So it's a case with the elder generation in Russia. There's got to be something that they believe, and there's kind of a hitch in it. There's got to be kind of like something that they cannot deny. What is going wrong? And say, okay, that needs to be addressed. There's got to be this self-criticism about what they believe. What am I doing? I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, I'm supposed to fix that thing. Huh? I kind of missed a whole part of the plot. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Investigate the sensor wires. Okay. Okay, got it. Okay, we're here.
This is crazy tech. Hate to do this, but
I've been at this for like, it's supposed to be like a 20-minute stream. Just want to get a taster of it.
took care of the guy messing with it. And it looks like they left some of their toys behind. Hey, I'm gonna have to call you back. Whoa. Bet I could use this to make those hollow drones Pete designed.
Open the gadget menu. Hollow drone. Press A to continue. Unlock the new gadget and gadgets upgrades with activity tokens and tech bots. Okay.
This tech has a pretty unique RF. Wonder if I can track it. Huh. Looks like there's a bunch more of these around the city.
High tech butt plug. Maybe that'll change the elders in mind. Get a high tech butt plug. Put in the people that don't understand. Well, they understand, but a bit iffy. I think that's what Elon Musk is trying to do. Electronic butt plug in the brain. Okay, so where do I go? Tech bot.
Perfect time to try out those new hollow drones.
Doesn't hold that. Where's the electronic butt plug? Here we go. Hollow drone.
Hey, Underground! We gotta stop running into each other! Look up, he's in the air!
I gotta end this stream soon, gotta get back to work. do you think I should try and be consistent with this? Yeah, I'll just end the fight here. I'm actually going to post this, and because I don't really promote myself with my streams, I'm probably going to promote this. I'm streaming and talking about religion and politics, and people are going to see it. And then maybe I'll get some followers. Let's see. Alright. There we go, we're done. I want to end the stream here.
Okay.
Nice to catch up with you, loser Dota. I mean, sad Alexi. Hopefully things won't. You won't be conscribed into defending Russia. If Russia depends on you, then God help Russia. Then. How's that?
I'm thinking.
All right.
Does Roxxon ever use a subway to ship new form?
I should play with this keyboard and mouse.
The subway system was designed to carry people, not freight. This line got some updates when Roxxon Plaza went in.
So they could be using it under the table.
I need an incentive to keep streaming consistently. If I get some like 20-30 people, then I'll say yeah.
Haven't seen them in a while. I had to make some changes, like taking this job.
Short for the fans' sake.
Especially my nephew.
Anyway, let me leave you to it and let me go. All right.
Maybe now you can see him again.
You take care.
Them, your family.
Happy Alexi.
Yeah. I should go. Go fight underground. Bye.
If you're watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, support me. Watching on Twitch, join my Twitch channel and start funding me. Buggers. Doing this for nothing. I'm pimping myself and no one sends me any money. Okay, you take care. Bye.
Hey, Spider-Man.